Hi everybody, welcome back. Elle here. Thank you guys so much for watching. So I said I was going to do it and I'm doing it. I am going to be starting a new series on decluttering because I just have too much stuff and I need to get rid of some of it because, to be completely honest, I'm not going to end up using all of this stuff. And there's no point in keeping it around if it's not going to be used. It's just a waste of space and it's just bringing me down. So decluttering is not a dirty word. I know that sometimes people don't like to declutter. Sometimes people think you should just use everything you have. I just have somehow accumulated too much stuff, and I'm starting with my lipsticks because I have too many lipsticks. And I thought this was going to be easy because I thought I'll start with red lipstick because I rarely ever wear red lipstick. And when I was doing like the mental decluttering in my head, I thought, oh, I've probably got about like 10 or, slightly more than 10 red lipsticks. Shouldn't be too hard. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah. I don't know how this happened for someone who does not wear red lipstick. This is insane. So what I'm planning on doing is having 3 categories. I'm going to have keep, maybe, and toss. The keeps will go back into my lipstick collection. The tosses will be let go. And the maybes are ones that I will leave out to try and maybe play around with a little bit more, and then I will update you guys at the end of my lipstick decluttering series on which of the maybes made the cut, if any, and which ones will be tossed. So just so you guys are clear on that, I'll let you know at the end of this video too what the current tally is, but anyway, this video is going to be long enough. Let's dive in here. Where to begin? I'll start with this one because this is probably going to be pretty hard. This is a MAC lipstick. This is the shade Russian Red. It's a matte lipstick and I haven't worn it very often. I think it's pretty. The formula is amazing. I love the MAC matte lipsticks. I have a couple that I really like. So I think I'm going to keep this one. The next lipstick I have here is from the Sephora collection. It's a red lipstick. It is called The Red. See? Sephora, The Red. This was one of the first lip products I bought at Sephora because it was one of those things where it's like everybody needs a red lipstick, and I thought that this one was going to be the lipstick for me, but I haven't worn it very often. So that's the MAC one on the top, and that is the Sephora one on the bottom. I think I'm going to toss the Sephora one. I have another Sephora product here, Sephora brand. This is the Rouge Infusion, and this is Red Essence, and this is the lip ink. And this is a sample size, so this isn't the full size. That's what the applicator looks like. I am really fond of this formula, and I have a couple of them. I love the way that they feel. They're very comfortable, and the few times I have worn a red recently, or recently-ish, I have reached for these ones, so I'm gonna keep this one. I have a deluxe sample of NARS, and I believe this is the infamous Cruella. Yes, this is Cruella, and this is a velvet matte lip pencil. That's what that looks like. And that is Cruella swatched there. I'm on the fence, so this is going to go into the maybe pile. The next one I have here, this is a full size. This is from Ciate, or Ciate. This is Liquid Velvet, and this is in the shade Risque. This is a more orangey red. I really like this formula as well. That's what the applicator looks like. I like this formula, and I like that it's orangey. It's not honestly the most flattering color on me, but it's comfortable to wear, and whenever I do want to wear an orangey red lipstick, yeah, I'm gonna keep them because I like it. I have this little mini bite set. One side has the shade Holly. I'll swatch them both and then show you what they look like. And the other shade the other side has the shade Tannin. This was I got this for Christmas. So Holly on the top and Tannin on the bottom. So they look pretty different when you look at them. Like this one looks more like a berry shade, Tannin does. But swatched, they look kind of similar. That is Holly and that is Tannin. Tannin's looks to be more like a little bit more of a true red when it looks more like a berry color in the tube. The lasting power of these is really, really good. I really like the Bite Lip formula, and I do like the Tannin shade a lot. So I think I'm going to keep this for the Tannin shade because I can't split this. The next product I have here is a YSL, and this is a deluxe size as well. YSL. It is the Rouge Pur Couture 01. So that's what that looks like. Now I had swatched these before I decided to do this, so I have a rough idea of what I'm getting myself into. Like I swatched everything, but I didn't make any decisions. But what I noticed was this lipstick and this lipstick, which is F-Bomb from Urban Decay, which looks like that, are pretty similar. It was pretty surprising to me when I swatched them. So that is the YSL on top, and that is F-Bomb there, and they are very similar. So I'm going to keep the YSL for right now, and I'm actually going to toss the Urban Decay because I'm just not crazy about this. This is weird for me because usually I like to keep everything Urban Decay, but no. F-Bombed going. I have a Milani lipstick here. This is in the shade Ruby Valentine. So that is Ruby Valentine swatched there. I'm not going to keep this one. This one is just, it's way too similar to the YSL, and it's actually kind of similar to the Sephora one, which I don't really like and am tossing. So I'm going to toss the Milani one. The next one I have here is from Laura Mercier, and this is the shade Red Amour. And that's what that one looks like. This one is also a little bit orangey too, and I like it for that reason. This is actually the red lipstick I am wearing in my icon display picture on YouTube from when I had done like a holiday makeup look, so I'm keeping that one. This one is from Revlon, and this is actually not a red, this is a pink, and it's called Love That Pink, but when I put this on my lips, it ends up looking very, very red on me, which is why I threw it in here. So, I mean, it looks pink in the tube, but on me, it looks, when I actually wear it, it looks red, and even swatched, like, it does look very similar to some of the reds I have here. I don't find it to be very flattering on me, so I'm going to toss this one. I have a little mini from Kat Von D. This one was actually in my Project 20 Pan Roulette. This is a foiled love lipstick, which the formula isn't even sold anymore. But the shade is Adora, and this is one of my favorite red lipsticks. That's Adora swatched there, and I'm going to keep this one for now. I have from Forever 21 this tiny little lipstick, and this is called Red Rouge Intense. So I swatched it twice. I swatched it there, but then I swatched it up here next to the YSL and the Urban Decay, and it looks pretty similar to them. Gotta say, it's like a little bit less glossy than those two. I'm gonna toss this one. This is another Kat Von D mini. This is a mini of the Everlasting liquid lipstick. This is the shade Berlin. This one is also more of a pink, but pulls a little bit red on me when I actually wear it on my lips. Like, swatched, it looks pink. Like, that's Love That Pink from Revlon, and that is Berlin. And like, it looks pink, it's just on my lips it looks more red than pink, but I'm gonna keep it. And this one is Outlaw, and that's also the Everlasting liquid lipstick from Kat Von D, but I really love the formula of these, so I'm gonna keep those. I have this little mini Hourglass. This is the shade Icon. Just a tiny little baby sample. I don't think I like this one too much. That is that swatched there. I'm gonna toss this one. This is one of the oldest lipsticks I have. This is from Rimmel, and this is in the shade 500 Diva Red. That's what that looks like. I had to swatch it on my other hand because I was running out of space, but this looks very similar to a lot of the other ones, so I'm gonna toss this one too. My battery cut off there for a minute, so I went back and swatched the Moisture Renew lipstick next to the Milani one. I think it was the Milani or the Forever 21. Whatever, one of the ones that I'm getting rid of. It's hard to keep track because they look so freaking similar. Anyway, moving on. I want to try and swatch everything on one hand, but I know that's going to be a little bit difficult. So I have these two Dior Addict fluid sticks. I have Aventure and Wonderland, and one's a little orange and one's a little pink. I'm not really sure how they got in this pile when I was sorting stuff, but they did. I like these actually. They really are orange and pink and not really red, so I'm kind of like, they don't really belong here, but those are them swatched there. I'm going to keep these because I like them. Okay, I have this mini flower lip suede velvet lip chubby in Ready to Bloom. So I swatched it down here, and then I wanted to compare it to the MAC one, which is up here. And this one is definitely different. This is going to go in the maybe. I'm not sure. I have another one from Bite. This is Pomegranate. This is a deluxe size pencil. This one is actually really well used because when I was in a play a couple years ago, I used this lipstick and like purposely applied it messily. I do really like the Bite formula a lot, so that's Pomegranate swatched right there. So I'm gonna keep this one. And I have this full size from Smashbox, and this is Infrared, and this is a matte lipstick. So that is Infrared swatched there on the bottom. I'm not gonna keep this one. I'm making some hard choices here, you guys. This is hard. I have this Marinesse Mattefinity Lip Rouge. This is in the shade New York. New York. I got this, I think, in a Birch box, maybe. It smells really good. That's it swatched there. I don't know if I used this more than once, so I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile because I think I really need to give it a fair shot. I have this e.l.f. matte lip color in the shade Rich Red. These things. I really like these matte lip color crayons from e.l.f. I really do. So that's it swatched there. I'm gonna keep this one. I have this e.l.f. lip stain in the shade Crimson Crush. I'm pretty sure this is pretty faded, and like I should have tossed this when I did my first wave of the lip declutter, so I'm gonna toss it now. I have a little lip tar. This is in the shade Stalker. I do really like the lip tar formula, and I really should use them more. I don't have many left, though. I did toss a few. So that is Stalker swatched there. I'm gonna keep it. I have a little mini Burberry lipstick. This is Military Red. So that's what that looks like. Okay. Again, I ended up swatching it twice because I swatched it here, but then I swatched it up here with this mess of the YSL Urban Decay Forever 21 stuff. They all look the same. They all look the same. And even that one with the Sephora one, this Burberry one with the Sephora brand, like that's the Sephora brand one right here, and that's the Burberry one right there. Maybe I'll swatch them on my other hand and give you, so you guys can really see. Okay, so these ones seem like near identical. That's the Sephora one, and that's the Burberry one. But they look really, really similar. And I'm gonna toss the Burberry. I have this little mini from Guerlain. This is called Kiss Kiss. I'm not sure if that's the lipstick name or the type, but it's a red lipstick. This one feels really soft and creamy. That's it swatched there. It is a little bit more on the orange side too, and I might have used this once, so this one is going in the maybe. And the last one I have here is from Rimmel, and this is 111 Kiss of Life. So that's that one swatched there. It's pretty, but does it look a lot like some of the other ones? Yeah, it does. Okay, I'm gonna toss this one. I know I didn't quite get rid of half or so yet, but I started with 29 and I'm getting rid of 11. Possibly more if I decide to get rid of any of the other ones that are still left, like the 4 maybes. So it might end up being at least half if I can get rid of a couple more, if I can decide to part with them. So I think I was pretty fair. I think I was pretty ruthless when I went through this mess here and actually picked a bunch that I think I will get some use out of. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I think I might do like lip swatches or something and post them on Instagram of the ones I'm going to keep, or maybe even of the ones that are the maybe, and kind of get people's feedback and see what people think. That might be useful to get an outsider's opinion on what these lip things look like on me, because I'm really judgmental when it comes to red. Anyway, that is everything for this decluttering. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any of my others. Let me know what you would like to see next. Thank you guys. I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye!